Okay, so there's a couple of new things for those of you that are a bit more perceptive than others, I guess, or just paid attention to the recording so far. I have tape on the rim of my glasses. I got a nice little story to tell you for that one. And behind me, finally got rid of that Modern Warfare poster and got a Miku Hatsune poster at Five Below because it's a lot more me than Modern Warfare is. But anyway, these glasses, I went to go and wipe off the lens yesterday. And they just straight up snapped right down the middle. Right in the bridge, right in the dead center of the bridge. They just snapped right down the middle when I was going to wipe them off. Everybody keeps thinking that I wiped them off like I was fucking really trying, you know? But no, I actually didn't try. I wiped them off harder. And they just snapped. They just straight up snapped for no apparent reason. So now they're taped. And they wobble to and fro, and it's annoying as fuck. But anyway, on to the point of this video. So, I was browsing Facebook yesterday, and I already know what you're thinking right there. That's a bad idea anyway, if this is a rant post for my vlog. And it is a rant post. Rant that I've been wanting to get out of my system for a good month now. But I was browsing Facebook, and just reading some of the cancerous shit that's always on my newsfeed anyway. It brought me to a very important question, is why I Let's Play. Okay? And now I'm going to let you guys go on and come up with an idea over the next 20 seconds to think maybe, like, for a reason why I Let's Play. Just go ahead and get something in your mind to think. Why do you think I Let's Play? Okay? And I don't have a watch, but I'm going to pretend I do. Okay. I Let's Play primarily, more than anything else. I wanted to do it just to start out, but now that I've actually gotten into Let's Playing and everything, I now know the full reason and extent to why I Let's Play. Which really is just plain and simply to escape the monotony of life. More than anything else. That couldn't hit the nail on the head anymore right there. To escape the monotony and annoyances that come with mundane day-to-day life. That's about it, really. I Let's Play to get away from all of that crap. I Let's Play because when I sit down in front of this camera like I am right now, or in front of the microphone and not the camera, or whatever that I decide to do that day if I want to use a fucking face cam, I do it so that that hour, or even if it's just a 20-minute episode, that I'm doing a quick recording for that day, time stops for me. It doesn't literally stop, but time stops for me because I'm escaping life and just being me in front of a computer screen doing one of the biggest things that I enjoy about life, playing video games. There's nothing more therapeutic and enjoyable to me than just sitting here in front of my webcam and just airing out my thoughts and just being a goofy, spastic moron to the theme of playing video games. There's nothing more enjoyable to me than that, honestly. And that's why a lot of times I have a shortage on content, even if I have time. See, when I say that I didn't have time to do something, it doesn't necessarily mean that I literally didn't have time. I could have if I squished it in. I don't want to squish it in. When I feel like my day-to-day life is starting to push in and intercept with my Let's Play and everything else, I usually just don't record altogether for that reason, because that's the me time of getting away from all of that shit. I don't want them to combine with each other, and I've done a pretty good job of keeping it that way so far. But that's why I Let's Play ultimately right there. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, it agitates me with, I'm going back to the Facebook thing now, where it's already a problem right there anyway, because just everything on fucking Facebook is one of two things. It's either, it's fucking memes, or it's fucking just Facebook philosophy. The best way that I can really word it right there, I call it Facebook philosophy. You know, those cleverly worded posts that people put in, and they're not even original posts, they're just shared like pages from other Facebook philosophers, where they just repost shit, and it's like, oh, I totally agree with this, and they don't think critically about it in any way, shape, or form. They just repost it and think that they're being incredibly intelligent and fucking nuanced and everything else. Even though I've seen the same post go up on my feed 9 times in the last fucking 2.5 years. But just that kind of stuff really gets on my nerves more than anything else. And there was one that especially annoyed me yesterday that really got on my nerves. And the other one thing that's annoying the fuck out of me too on Facebook a lot lately is all the political posts. See, I don't do politics. I don't do politics. I will not do politics on my channel. You want to get an immediate ban sticker right there when you're inside of a stream? Talk politics. And keep going at it. Try me. I will remove you from my chat if you were to continue talking about politics after I tell you stop. I don't do politics. I don't do religion. I don't do specifically incendiary things that everybody takes way too seriously. I don't even talk about sports anymore. I have lost friends over sports. I don't even like sports. But they start a conversation with me about it because they like it, and I go ahead and feedback information to make a conversation in this thing because they obviously like it, and then they burn me for it. These are the kind of people that I'm talking about, are these kind of things, where they don't like your viewpoint, and then immediately they victimize you. They victimize themselves for it, or fucking, not the word that I'm looking for in any way, shape, or form. They make an enemy of you, essentially, is what I'm saying, for having an opinion. And I remember a thing, too, this is when I was playing an MMO, somebody was saying something along the lines, too, like, I'm just pulling a bunch of things that everybody's been saying over the last fucking month that have just been pissing me off. And one thing somebody was saying is like, oh, well, that's the glory of opinions, is that they can be argued. No. No, opinions don't really get argued. Because while opinions aren't fact, opinions aren't wrong either. Opinions aren't wrong. See, if I say that I don't like something, I don't like it. Doesn't mean that something that you say to argue it is going to change my opinion of it. There's no argument involved. Sometimes people just have a point of view on things that they just want to get out there. They don't want to talk about it and argue and put facts on the table for whether or not they're right for having that opinion. Some people just don't like things. Get over it. So that's another thing right there that pisses me the fuck off, is people who just can't accept other people's opinions for what it is. Don't get me wrong, some people have some asshole bigoted opinions, but, you know, whatever. And one specific post, again, like I said, that was really pissing me off more than anything else yesterday. I don't even know why it pissed me off so much. Triggered, if you will, I was. And if you want to go ahead and use that term, well, are you mad, bro? Are you triggered? Well, congratulations, you just threw yourself on a list of 2 fucking people that I can't stand that we're talking about here. But fucking, what was the post? Oh, yeah, right. It was something along the lines where it's like, oh, well, don't let politics come between friendships. It's like, yeah, well, not unless they're voting against my rights. Alright, well, there's 2 things that you seem to completely have forgotten about right there anyway, in terms of that, okay? For the political shit. A, what if they didn't vote against your rights? Because basically what that sounds like is somebody that was against Trump fucking wrote that one up, probably, unless it's already been existing for a long time. But if that's a newer thing, that's what that sounds like to me. And, what if they didn't vote against your rights? What if they didn't even vote for the opposite party that you voted for anyway? What if they voted for one of the random other people that they have on those ballots? What if they didn't vote entirely? What if they did a write-in? What about those little things? You're gonna let politics get in between you and your friendships of other people because they didn't vote for the person that you voted for that stands for your rights? And don't get me wrong, I know it's a lot easier saying this when I'm not straight. I mean, when I am straight and all this other shit going on where I don't have to deal with gay rights and all that other stuff, because it literally doesn't I'm not part of that demographic and everything, and I get it, but what if they just didn't vote altogether? I didn't vote. And it's not like I didn't want to vote either, too, before you even open that can of worms with me, stop. Because I wound up fucking getting called into work that day for a long-ass day anyway, and I was taking the hours before I voted. I wasn't taking a part in this campaign anyway to begin with, the way that it was with all of this shit show, so that people can harass me for it later, for who I voted for, and various other things. If I had voted for that day anyway, fun fact, do you people know who I would have voted for? It would have been a write-in for Byakuya Togami from Danganronpa series. That's who I would have voted for. Yeah. So if I had voted anyway, it wouldn't have fucking mattered to begin with. Just because I'm not partaking in any of that shit for if it fucking comes up in a conversation later on and then people start harassing me for it. Because that's how people are with politics. But anyway, I don't like talking about politics for that reason. And just people are absolutely annoying me on my page and everywhere about it, where I just see fucking politics in media everywhere. This is my safe haven. My channel right here. This is my safe haven away from all of that shit. Away from the media. Away from the bullshit. Away from people that I cannot fucking stand. Okay? This is where I go to avoid them. And if you can't deal with that, then just, I am done with it. I'm so done with this shit. With everybody just fucking bringing the media to me all the time. I don't watch the news. Let me keep it that way. And it just aggravates the sin out of me. Fucking absolutely aggravates me. But I'm supposed to be the bad guy. Because I don't care about politics and I don't care about my country. But you bring the media to me and force shit down my throat all the time, being a shithole, being a shithead about it. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. And if everything that comes out of your mouth is a meme, by the way, then you're an absolutely annoying human being to me as well, by the way. Just saying. No offense to you. Find some originality. Just find some originality in the jokes that you have, okay? It's like everything coming out of my mouth being an inside joke. Yeah, it's referential humor that I make a lot of the times, but not everything out of my jokes is inside. People can understand them. Or I put a highlight on it in the video that makes sense of it for people who don't get the reference. Sometimes I do that. Not so much anymore. Just find some originality with it. So basically, I don't know if meme lords would be the word for it, but I guess meme lords and all of this political propaganda shit that everybody is putting all over the place over this is just, it needs to stop. And I'm done looking at my Facebook wall over it for that reason. Probably not taking a look at my Facebook wall over the next 4 years or so, maybe 8, depends on if Trump gets reelected. I don't know. So, have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. My rant is over. I feel much better. I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to play some video games and try to get away from all of that bullshit on my Facebook wall. Because it's fucking cancerous.